Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Hunter Thomas. I'm a freelance graphic designer that specializes in logo and in print design, and in today's video I'm going to be going over my process in redesigning a company's logo. So why I wanted to make this video was basically I've had 3 or 4 clients that have come to me and wanted their logo redesigned, and it was something I wasn't really comfortable with and I wasn't able to get a good process down. And so what I did was I went to my brother who owns a coffee shop, and I told him, I was like, hey, can I practice a logo redesign on you so I can nail out my process and get it all figured out? And that's exactly what I did, and now I have a process I'm confident with, and I want to share that with you guys in case you're in the same position as me at any point in your career. So basically, the first step in my logo redesign process, and this is where the big difference is between logo redesign and logo design, is the communication with the client sounds a little bit different. They already have established a brand identity, they already have established a logo, they're already recognized to their customers, and so to come back and redesign their logo means that they have some serious changes that have happened to their business or to their business model or the demographic they want to reach or the feel of their shop. Something big's happened, something big has changed in their business, and they have a very specific reason they want to redesign their logo. This is good news and bad news because the client is going to be much more forward and know what they want, but that also means they have an image in their head, and if they're not going to be able to communicate that with you, it's going to lead to a lot more disappointed clients than just in a logo design process where it's kind of like the creativity is a lot of time left on the designer. So the way to get the client to explain to you exactly what parts of the logo they want to keep, what part they want to get rid of, if they even know that, why they're redesigning, all of this stuff, it's all in the questions you ask. Some of the main ones I like to ask is, why doesn't this logo work for you anymore? What was it that set you over the edge to come to the point where you want a logo redesign? Another question I like to ask is, what parts of the logo do you love? What parts do you want to keep? And what parts do you hate? Like, what parts do you like, absolutely can't have that, but absolutely I need this part in the logo? I think those 3 questions really stand true and will get you on the right path, and then you just got to feel it out, ask the right questions here and there. So like I said, I'm using my brother's coffee shop logo simply just for practice. So basically we're going to say that we don't want the logo to be a circle anymore. It's just going to be, that's too hard with certain branding things the coffee shop wants to do. And we're also going to say that we want the logo to be more modern. His coffee shop's a very modern looking coffee shop, so we're going to say that this one just looks too old and he wants it to be more modern. This is not actually what he said to me, that's just going to be my prompt I've created for myself. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at his logo really fast. This would be the first step that you want to do, is just study the client's old logo, especially after talking to them, so you can kind of relate the information they're saying and understand it more while you're looking at their logo. So some things I really want to pull out from this logo is the 3 waves. Right now there's steam waves kind of in the background, and I also want to pull out the coffee cup. I like the font that says wave, but I'm not sure if that's going to work or not with the word third. I think the word third might look a little weird having it in that font, and since the name of the coffee shop is Third Wave, I want third and wave to have equal strength with the typography and typeface in this new logo. So I don't really know how that's going to work. But yeah, so those are the things I want to focus on, mainly just the waves and the coffee cup. So from here on out, it's going to look a lot like a logo design process. It's going to be very similar to what I would normally do. And so the next step for me is just thumbnail sketches, rough thumbnail sketches, just brainstorming, getting all of my ideas out onto the piece of paper. This never is seen by a client, typically is seen by nobody except for you. This is just for you to get your ideas out onto the paper, and just so that you can just kind of get through all the ideas that come to your head, write them down, whether they're horrible, whether they have everything the client wants or nothing the client wants. Get them all out on the page. You'll notice, for instance, in mine right here, you'll see that a lot of them at the beginning especially didn't have a coffee cup in it, or they had the waves but maybe they weren't integrated, or they had either the waves or the coffee cup, and they just weren't all together yet. And some of them towards the end started to be, as those ideas started coming to my head, but all I was doing was any idea that came to my head, I sketched it to get it out of my head just so I wouldn't get stuck on an idea. And I think that's the key of this process. The next step is just refining these sketches. You want to pick your top 3 or 4 sketches from your thumbnail sketch and refine them. This is actually the first time I'll communicate with the client after the initial meeting. I'll send them these sketches, these refined ones, and say, hey, this is the route I'm planning on going. One of these 4 logos Do you like them? What do you love about them? What do you hate about them? Do you like one over the other? Would you like me to focus more on number 4 and just ignore number 1? You know, get their feedback at this step. That way it saves you a lot of headache down the road when you get into the vectorizing process and all of that. So once you've gotten the client's feedback from your refined sketches, go ahead, take them into Illustrator, and now you're just going to vectorize it. And this is just like a normal logo design process. This is the normal final step. Whatever program you use to finalize your logo, go in there, knock out 2 or 3 of these, whatever ones the clients loved, whichever one the clients hated, ignore it, and then just get them done. And then I just kind of stopped at that point when I did my logo. I didn't package it, I didn't do brand identity, any of that, since this was just a practice project. So I'll go ahead and pull up what I came up with, the new logo versus the old logo. You'll see the new logo. One idea I really wanted to run with was using the waves as a big focus of the logo so that I could use it as an icon separate from the words Third Wave Coffee. That way, like the stamps on the cups, the bag designs, everything like that could use just the icon and still be recognized in the local community as Third Wave Coffee. Because if you've heard the name and you see this emblem on, or this icon on a coffee cup someone's holding, you'll be able to put 2 and 2 together that it's Third Wave Coffee without having to read the words everywhere you see it. Then I do have the words under it for the purpose of, you know, the sign or marketing materials, stuff like that. I do have the words under it so that the client has that option. But like I said, I really wanted to focus on doing the icon and having that where it can live on its own separately. And so yeah, it has the coffee cup in it, it has the 3 waves, and I think that it really stands alone and has that modern feel that relates more to the shop and to his demographic that he wants to focus on. So that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and consider subscribing for new content like this every Monday. Also, check out the links in the description below to my website, my Facebook page, and my Instagram page. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.